Okay, now next very important question is why NVS is hard? The problem of novel view synthesis. Now this technique, it's not easy. And what are the challenges? Let us see. So the fundamental goal of novel view synthesis is to bridge the gap between discrete 2D samples and a continuous 3D experience. See, the idea is that why we will be concerned about novel view synthesis. The main goal of novel view synthesis is that we have some frames. We call it like the discrete 2D samples uh, of images. We can call it frames. Now, using that, we have to make a scene in 3D which should be continuous. So using the discrete 2D samples, we have to build a continuous 3D experience using novel view synthesis. That's the main goal. So in novel view synthesis, the input is a limited collection of images with known camera positions. And the output will be a continuous video or interactive rendering, allowing the user to fly through the scene freely. So the input will be a discrete set and the output will be a continuous set. And from this, we can feel the challenge. Now the challenge in front of us will be missing geometry information. Because see, the input, it will not contain all the geometry information. It will contain only images with certain camera poses. So, and here we have to synthesize the images in new arbitrary poses. And missing geometry information is a very big problem. Because let us suppose I have an object, if I don't know how it looks from the back, then it's nearly impossible to generate exactly the photorealistic image of an object from the rear, because I should have some geometry information. So that is very common. So missing geometry information is a very big challenge in novel view synthesis. Occlusions not visible in training images. Like if you take a photo of the front of a statue, the back is completely unknown. The artificial intelligence, it must plausibly guess the geometry of hidden areas. So occlusions is a challenge in novel view synthesis. Light variations is a challenge. Why it is a challenge? Because see, the idea is that now we are not at all aware of the lightening of the environment from where the input was captured. Because when we collected the input, we captured the images from certain camera poses. So from there though we can get the information about the light. But if I want to synthesize the image in a new camera angle, from a new camera angle, since I am not aware of the lighting condition of the environment, so whatever I will generate, it might not be realistic. So lightning variations is a very big challenge in novel view synthesis. View dependent effects like reflections, specularity, these are challenges, because materials like glass, water, or brushed metal, they look different from every angle, because they shine, they have some reflection. A static 3D mesh cannot capture how light dances around a surface as the camera moves. So that is a very big challenge, that because since we want to create a continuous 3D experience, so the camera will be moving. So for every camera angle, I should have a photorealistic experience. That will be difficult because of like materials like glass, water, they reflect light and it looks different from different angles. Sparse data. Yeah, so sparse data. So the idea is that na, the data is like a subset of infinite reality. So the data, if we talk about which we will be using as input, it will be just a very limited subset of the infinite possibilities. So from that sparse data, we have to generate infinite possible 3D interpretations. That's very difficult. So now it's very clear that, okay, novel view synthesis, the challenges, the problem of novel view synthesis. So the main problem, like the key insight which we can take away is that the problem of novel view synthesis is ill posed. Like many 3D scenes can produce the same 2D images. Okay, now what it means, see, since the data is sparse, since we have sparse data, and we have to like simulate the 3D experience from the sparse collection of data. We have to simulate the 3D experience. So it is like very difficult. We can hallucinate. So many 3D scenes can produce the same 2D images. Because of the limited input data, we might end up producing the same, we might end up synthesizing the same photorealistic images across. So that's the main problem.